Okay.
Hey guys,
So if you don't know, we're gonna stick you in the back stand right now.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
No problem. So yeah, no, we got all five now.
Do you have something to drink, smoke? Oh, everybody's together. Nah, that's awesome.
Very
Nice to meet you guys. So I have George.
I'm George.
Yeah. Who else?
Yes. Scott.
Scott.
Lead guitar. Yep.
Scott.
Lead guitar. We've got
Lead guitar,
Jason.
Scott. Okay, lead guitar, Scott.
Yeah.
George, you're the lead singer.
I'm the lead singer. Yep.
Okay.
This is Jason. He's the rhythm guitarist.
Jason.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. This is Eric.
Eric.
He's the bass.
Bass.
And then we got in the back over there, we've got Bill, the drummer.
Drummer.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? How's the drum doing?
Drums are good.
They're still nice and shiny, I guess.
How's your mic doing?
All right. George, Scott, Jason, Eric. I have one name missing.
No.
Bill,
Bill.
the drummer.
No.
Bill, yeah.
How quickly we forget.
No, I just didn't put it down. All right, guys. I don't want to, keep you for forever. Basically, because we are promoting the song on our radio, Douche. We have
Right.
the song on our radio, and I really like it. And I wonder if you can tell us, your fans, from America, basically, and some friends from Europe, they're asking as well. What was behind the song? How it actually, the song was created? How did it come up with?
Well, basically, I originally wrote the song years ago about a different subject and basically calling somebody out personally as a douche. And then as time went on, I realized that I wanted to change that position on this particular song, and I wanted to broaden it and make it a little more encompassing to what's going on in our society. And one of the things that I looked at when I kind of wrote it is, I figure that if you're a politician and you're in power and you can make choices that either help people or hurt people, and you're lining your pockets in the process and hurting people, you're a douche.
There you go.
And that's kind of where the concept comes from, is that, if you are in power or you have the ability to help people, and that's even in your common day, you have the ability personally, whether you're in power or not, to help someone, and you have the ability to do it and you just choose not to, you're a douche. And government is the same way. And I kind of rewrote the song based on the fact that if you're someone who's in power and you have the ability to help people and you choose not to, and you're also lining your pockets in the process, then basically you're a douche. And that's where the whole concept of the song came, and then it just evolved as it went.
So you wrote a song, George? The whole thing?
Yeah,
You
the
did
whole
it.
thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so
I basically wrote the basic rhythm tracks, and I wrote the lyrics and everything around it. Basically, what's happened as time has went on, guitarists have came on board. Scott is now with us. He's enhanced things. Jason, the same thing. So it's evolved and grown, but the basic concept comes from me. It's very stripped down. I'm not much of a guitar player. I'm actually pretty decent with the lyrics, and I'm okay singer. But having said that, I have stripped down ideas that I present that eventually start evolving and growing, and that's kind of what's happened here. Is this has evolved into something a little more complex than the original idea. But having said that, the framework and everything was basically my concept.
great, thank you. So that has something to do with this name of the band, Killing Tyranny.
Yeah. There's kind of an ongoing theme there. You can kind of see what's going on. Is that there's a lot of things in our society that really need to be addressed, and we feel that there's a lot of things that are going on that are intolerable. Racism, intolerable, should not be accepted. The poverty and the divide between the rich and the poor, should not be accepted. The reality is that if you as if you as the a nation, and I don't care which nation, we're from the United States, and yeah, I guess we're bitching a lot about what's going on here because this is what we deal with and what we see. But the reality is that it's everywhere. Tyranny's everywhere, and it comes in many forms. It's not just political. It's it comes in any form where your people are being abused when they shouldn't be being abused. And I think that the whole concept kind of evolved from that, and that's where killing tyranny comes from.
Thank you very much. So basically, we have the introduction of the band, and so you guys now in California, is that right?
Yeah, yes, San Diego, California.
San Diego, California.
Yeah,
So how you
sunny.
guys long together? How long you guys together?
Well, we basically have been together now 2 years, and just a year for Bill. Basically, there's been some interchanging of people in and out as the project started. I was in another band in 2010 that had former members of Sanctuary and Grinder and some other bands, and we were called Ironworks, and we had in 2010 Sanctuary reformed, and I basically did nothing for about 2 years, and in 2012, I decided late 2012 to put a project together, and I really had nobody. It was more me, and I got studio musicians, and I put out a CD called Martyr, which you can find on all digital media outlets and everything. The CD actually did pretty good. We were picked up by a lot of places that I really didn't expect to be picked up. A lot of online radio, but actually a lot of magazines doing CD reviews and stuff. Power Play magazine in the UK, as a matter of fact, picked us up. Did a wonderful article and talked about how influences they could hear, compared us to Judas Priest and many bands that are definitely an influence. And it was very humbling to realize that I put this thing out, and it attracted some people. At that point, I really realized that I need to put a band together, and I had some kind of buzz around us a little bit. So at that time, I started looking in the local online areas for band people, and put out my music, and kind of showed everybody, this is what it is. If you're interested, give me a call. I had some people reach out, and I kind of picked the best of the best, and here we are.
Great, great. You basically knocked a couple of my questions there. There was what was the main reason you start playing the band? So you already, I have the answer. Then the next one was, have you played in different groups before? So maybe you can give a space, the lads behind you. Let's say Scott.
Sure. Yeah, I've been playing in bands my whole adult life. So basically, really, for the most part, a lot of cover bands, bar bands playing covers. We played a few originals, but this has been the first time that, and I've done some recording on my own, but this has been the first time that we've really kind of gone forward in a completely original band, gone into a studio, recorded a CD, you know what I mean, gone the whole route. So basically, I've been a guitar player for, like I say, my whole adult life, and I've played in bands the whole time, but they've all, for the most part, been cover bands, and not really gone further than playing bars, you know what I mean? So
Great. Jason? Jason.
I played in high school a lot, and then in the late 80s and 90s, and then I quit because it seemed like everybody was not real serious. I got tired of getting involved, and then everybody just kind of screwing off. So I actually got discouraged and quit. Met my wife, raised a kid. She's in the Navy now. Me and my wife are on her own. And my wife's like, yeah, start playing, get in the band. And she had no idea.
And for those who don't see, you have a T-shirt with Slayer on, Are you Slayer fan? Looks like. Have you seen him live?
Many times, yeah.
Many times. Do you like him? I love them. All right. Who else? Eric.
Yes.
So you're the bass player.
Yes. Also known as Bass Thrasher Owens, aka Robin Hood. I got my start in 1990 with Keith Edelman. He plays in Wither now. We played in Phlegathon together, and then we kind of had a falling out in that band where it was like we got offered a gig at the Troubadour, and then the drummer was like, "No, we're not going to do it," and then that kind of crumbled. So then I had a religious phase and did a lot of worship music and and played Richard Marx and Celine Dion. And now that we're kind of done with that church thing, I had to go back to the metal just because it's like, after hearing the metalcore and the shittiness, I got to be part of something that's going to try to push something back to normal.
Okay.
Sorry for saying it like that. I don't mean to be negative. I love all musicians and I think everybody has their own creativity, but I was like, I can't understand what the fuck you're saying. Sorry.
So Eric, so how you come along with Bill with the drummer? You know, this is the bass and drummer, battle all the time. So how you guys getting together? Because you're supposed to play at the same time. You know that.
Oh yeah,
For the
and
most part. Except for
So Bill, what's your story? I'm sorry.
the live show is for me and Bill to watch each other.
Yes.
So then, regardless of what happens, we just kind of go with the flow. So we have a
Right.
really good track record in the live situation. When someone loses a drumstick, or I inadvertently turn on my tuner and I'm silent,
Yeah.
guys always pull through and try to make it look like we're dancing.
All right. You're using airliners? No.
for me, same as Jason. Did it all through.
Can you go a little bit closer, Bill, please? So I can hear you better, please? Thank you.
What are you yelling a little louder for?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Now it's better. Thank you.
As far as me, pretty much same story as Jason. Up until about 25, did it avidly. Did okay with it. Played a bunch of the Troubadour and Coach House and some cool places. And then same thing. Every band I tried kind of fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am, 51 years old, and actually turned 50 and got a call from George last year looking for a drummer on an ad that I put out years earlier with music from years earlier. I hadn't even played drums in a while and hadn't thought about it, and went and kind of auditioned each other, and it's good shit, So I was like, all right, I'll get back into it,
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
One of the questions I would like to ask, so basically you not doing it for money. You like to do the money full time, but it's not as probably possible at the moment, is it?
Into this interview.
You're not paying us for this interview, he said.
No, unfortunately, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, so the reality is that we'd love to make it a full-time career. I don't think there's anybody here who wouldn't love to make music to actually be able to support us. But at the end of the day, there's for me and I think everybody here, we just have a love for music and want to play. And for me in particular, with my writing and different things, I have something to say, and I'm kind of, I guess, boisterous and want to get what I call the word out there, and that's kind of the thing is that for me, you can only stay silent so long without speaking out to all the stupidity in the world, and that kind of has brought everything to the forefront for me. Is basically just trying to bring to light, and I think everybody sees what's going on, but you got to ask yourself, if you see what's going on and you're not doing nothing, then it's like you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. If you're doing nothing, you're part of the problem.
Oh, thank you. That's a wonderful. Thank you guys for doing it. And it's very hard sometimes, when you have the family and get together, and stuff like that. You have guys like a setup like a proper like every week you getting together. Or are you actually on a tour? Are you promoting the new CD?
Yeah, basically we started playing out here after the CD dropped. I don't know if I'd call it a full blown tour, but I'd call it covering Southern California as best as we can for
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
absolutely.
Yeah, the reality is that we would play further out, and it just has to be the right opportunity for everybody. We're actually we just did a couple really good shows. We've opened up for Odin at the Whiskey A Go Go here, and it was just a wonderful show. We did the Hard Rock. We just finished that up, and then we're off to Rocklahoma, the Rocklahoma campgrounds on the Dark Side stage, which is like the New Blood. We're doing that over the holiday weekend coming up, so Memorial Holiday. So Rocklahoma for Oklahoma is really big. It's like 70,000 people that come through there, and certainly we're not going to have 70,000 people in front of us. But the reality is that the more exposure we get, the more that we're able to push the word. So
Absolutely.
that's kind of the deal. So yeah, we're out promoting the CD and booking shows as they kind of come along, and I do get contacted by the smaller promoters and stuff putting shows together, and then every once in a while I'll get contacted by one of the larger ones, and if the opportunity's right for all of us, we get on board and do like the festival stuff and stuff. So and we did that for the last CD too. I kind of, like I had said, when I put the band together, there was a little bit of a buzz. And the CD was out a while already before the buzz started catching on. It actually took like 2 years to catch on. And we played some good shows with underneath the Martyr banner. And now we've got Church of the Twisted Prophet, our new release is out on all digital media. And it's pretty exciting. We've got new material, kind of always breathes new life into the band. And, we love the material, and we're pleased that you like the material. And we're actually getting pretty good response from people. I don't know if you're getting a good response from people, but we're actually getting a pretty good response from people, and it's really exciting because you want your music to be able to touch people, and all I want, and I think all of us are in that same boat where if we can just get somebody to think a little bit and enjoy the music that they're listening to and think a little bit too, then we're good.
Great, guys. Thank you very much. So the next show is when?
The next show that we're doing is going to be in at Rocklahoma.
Rocklahoma.
Yeah, so we've got actually 2 weeks off. I think it's 2 weeks here that we're not really doing anything, but it will be the 24th at the Rocklahoma campgrounds, the Dark Side stage. So anybody who's listening in America here and want to make their way to Oklahoma, come on out and see us. And certainly if you're listening to Liverpool, we'd love to have you come on out and see us too.
Well, I love to, definitely. So it's the 24th of May, right?
Yes.
And it's it's called Rocklahoma.
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 Yeah, there's a lot of big bands at this thing, so we're kind of hoping to, you never know who you run into.
Right.
We did a festival, the Northside Festival last year, and I had the opportunity, me and Scott had the opportunity to meet Gene Simmons, and that was pretty cool. And, we were backstage, and I met a Deftones singer. His name escapes me right now, and it kind of sucks. And I met, trying to remember the other band, but anyway, nonetheless, it was very great to be out there and get a chance to do that. So we're just kind of looking forward to maybe doing that again, and maybe you never know who you run into, and you never know what doors you open when you talk.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Any last word for the fans?
Well, basically, we're looking forward to making our way to Liverpool.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. There's a big festival called Bloodstock, I think. Bloodstock? Yeah, Bloodstock. Yeah, Bloodstock, yes. There's one I know of. And then the big one, Download, as well.
Oh, yeah.
Download. I'm talking about UK festivals. That's what I'm talking. There's a beautiful club in Manchester called Rebellion. Very nice. Rebellion, and in Liverpool I couldn't think of more than the Covering Club, but that's not something for you guys. But you know, the formal when Beatles started actually.
Nice.
That's a very nice club. It's very what's the name for that? Very small and kind of. It's not for big bands basically. You know, it's not for anything for you guys. It's just. And it's not what it's supposed to be, I guess. Okay, so we basically cover everything I want.
Okay, well, if anybody out there wants to check out our music, they can check us out on Facebook.
That's it.
Yep. At Facebook.com /Killing Tyranny. Check us out at KillingTyrannyTheBand.org. KillingTyrannyTheBand.net, KillingTyrannyTheBand.com. I have them all. And check out our music. You can check us out on all digital media. We have 2 CDs out right now. One put out in 2015 called Martyr. Kind of started the ball rolling. The new one, Church of the Twisted Prophet. We're really excited. Has the guys on the CD on Church of the Twisted Prophet. We're really excited about that. And as you know, you're spinning Douche. There's actually a lot more material on there, and if you want more material, you can always ask me. I'll send you whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to hear more music from you guys. Definitely, yes, definitely. That's a 2 thumbs up. All right. And I have one more request from you guys. Can you shout for me the radio greeting? So basically, we are.
Absolutely.
And you are listening Radio Bloodstream.
Absolutely.
All right. So
all right.
whenever you're ready, if you want to shout out everybody together, that would be great.
Yeah. We are Killing Tyranny, and you're listening to Radio Bloodstream with Martin.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.